Perhaps I should feel some twinge of guilt at all I have done, but I've had little time for scruples. It was once an honor to be entombed within these ancient catacombs, but centuries have passed, and now only the brave or foolhardy walk these tunnels. Perhaps I'm the last living soul here, although I'm far from alone. This is not my story, although I am the architect of what transpires. A conspirator in the ruination that threatens the heretic kingdoms, and the most unlikely of alliances that might yet save us all.
Thou summons me. What is thy pact?
I seek only that we shall both survive.
Thou hast a liar's tongue, and cannot be trusted.
I do not ask you to trust me, nor should you. I would betray you without hesitation, if I deemed it necessary. But we are fortunate, you and I. We have the same enemies. Our only hope lies in partnership, which is precisely why I have summoned you here, demon. You were summoned without a pact, so whichever soul you devour will now bind you to a path beyond anyone's control. Choose wisely, demon. Calig. They called him the Bandit King, a warrior and a mercenary. He led the Guild of Steel in Thole. Sadly for Calig, he trusted his own son a little more than he could afford. Some called him a barbarian, but few lived who did so. Choose Calig, if you wish the might and fortitude of a great warrior. Evia, the daughter of fire, a princess of the Imperial Garulian Empire. She would have been God Empress if she had not rebelled. She died on the Reliquary Crusade 3 centuries ago. I don't know how. A mage with incredible potential. She had not only harnessed the elemental power of flame, but also learned the mysterious ways of the Sand Mage. Choose Evia if you wish to harness the arcane powers of a mage. Jaska, the Wild Boar. A great hero in our native land of Corwin. He fell in battle over a decade ago in the accession wars against the wolf tribes of Temuria. A hunter, a loner, and an unparalleled archer. He also dabbled in the skills of an undead slaver. Choose Jaska if you wish the mobility and deadly aim of one of the greatest archers I have ever known.
What accursed thing awakens me?
If I am accursed, then I am a curse upon thee. That soul is mine now.
Will you not let my weary soul rest, demon?
Jaska, your soul now resides within this demon. It will try to control you, but it is also bound to your will in ways I do not yet understand.
Your voice. I know you from somewhere. But why bring me back? I have nothing more to live for. My wife, my son.
Your family may be dead, but your friends the Malfegans are in grave danger and need your aid. If you have nothing of your own to live for, at least save them from your fate.
Thou darest ignore me? Thy soul is mine now.
Demon, you need Jasker just as much as he needs you. Your fate is as much in his hands as mine is in yours. Now make haste to the city of Thul that lies above this crypt. A cenotaph can transport you there. Our fates are bound together, Demon. Either we shall find a way to survive together, or we shall both surely perish.
Thou threatens me?
No. Something far more dangerous than I threatens us all. Join me in the Tholian Arcanum as soon as you can. We have much to discuss.
Did I do that? Or did you?
Thou thinkst there is a difference?
I am no demon.
Thou art mistaken.
It's taken forever to recover my prowess. Arrow strikes its target.
Thou shalt face me now!
Yes!
This must be the cenotaph the hooded man spoke of. Its power breaches shadow. There is much I might do here. This cenotaph is erected upon the graves of many dead mortals. It shall be easy to gate-weave back to this place, should I find another such monument. And I sense a gate here already. The hooded man's work, mayhap. It must be the way out he mentioned. Tell me what thou knowest of this place.
Never been here before, but this is Thole, the city of outcasts. We have to get a message to House Malfigan.
I shall decide what thou dost.
Don't think it works that way, demon. You may have swallowed my soul, but I'm still my own man. Come, let's search the city.
Perched atop an ancient stone plateau, amidst the red sands of the Outlands, lies the city of Thole. Centuries ago, it was a major garrison for the Gerulian Empire, and there may even have been a settlement prior to this era. These days, Thole is a city of thieves and outcasts. Fugitives of all kinds come here to avoid complications in neighboring nations. Not everyone in Thole has a price upon his head, but no one who dwells here is innocent. The Guild of Steel like to call themselves mercenaries, protecting the few caravans that ply their trade across the desert. Yet those that do not pay for their protection find the Guild equally adept at brigandage. The Guild of Silk call themselves merchants and do indeed sell all manner of goods and trinkets, though it is best not to ask them from whence they came. A vast stone gate is all that remains of the Barbican that once defended these walls. Now, it guards the city of Thole once more from the horde of nomads that besiege it. For 3 years, I have been hiding here amid the detritus of the heretic kingdoms. But it is only a matter of time before my former allies locate me, and I am running out of places to hide.
Better if I do the talking here. Duke Darmok Cadaster. When did you get exiled to Thule?
Exiled? I'm in charge here.
Baron Evanger has you on a long leash, hmm?
You are the one they call the Wild Boar, aren't you?
My name is Jasker.
The great hero of Corwinth. It was rumored you were slain in the Accession Wars.
You know how rumours go. Besides, I like my privacy.
I do not need rebel soldiers inciting unrest in my city, Jasker. It is bad enough that we are besieged without you fomenting an uprising.
A siege?
A ragtag army of nomads, commanded by some exiled Temurian berserker.
Tsar? Tsar is here.
You know this wolf?
Aye, perhaps I do. We fought on opposite sides in the war. Terrible temper, but fundamentally honourable, unlike his compatriots.
Do not cause me trouble, son of Corwinth, or there will be consequences.
I'm quaking in my boots, Darmok.
I have given my warning. There will not be another. Te ma al-Ortas.
Bloody nobles.
Thou didst not ask about your message.
Didn't want Darmok knowing about that, to be honest. But I'll bet there's someone in town who can be our messenger.
Weapons, armor, supplies, the best prices, unbeatable quality.
This puddle of fetid lask, it's barely worth selling.
Ah, believe me, it is well worth selling. Perhaps you mean it is barely worth buying.
Now just shut up and let me shop, imbecile. What can you tell me about Thule?
Tell you what, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I need to collect the weekly tariffs from Wani and Rabbi Thantesed, only they're never keen to pay up. Someone like you could compel their compliance rather well, don't you think? If you get the money, I'll tell you something useful. You came back? Wonderful!
How's the siege affected Thule?
Many fled before it began, but my guild and the Guild of Steel are rather stuck here. It's not exactly a ghost town, but it's eerie seeing the old hostel abandoned. No one's been inside since, well, since I don't know when. You came back? Wonderful! Always a pleasure.
Morphew sent me to get your tariff.
Ah, I had wondered about that. Please, give Morphew my regards.
Sure, but that'll cost you extra.
You are always welcome here.
I'm here for the tariff.
Oh, is it time for that already? Very well, here you go.
Easy money.
Be safe.
I'm here to collect the tariff for Morphew.
Already? I just paid them last week.
Be quick about it. My time is worth more than your life.
Just take it and be on your way, thug. Think of me when you have goods you do not need.
Weapons, armor, supplies.
Here you go.
You have my gratitude. So much easier than trying to negotiate with those jackals myself. You wanted information. I can tell you this. If you want to get into the Guild of Steel, Arashat can get you into the cellar. But beware, as the guild has some vicious traps down there. You came back? Wonderful! Come back soon!
Sometimes I wish I'd learned more about lockpicking.
Hey, you look pretty capable.
I'm so pleased to have your approval.
Call me Chop, stranger. I think that's my name, anyway. Listen, my witch of a wife has been practicing magic in secret. And I told her not to do it, but things went wrong. Anyway, long story short, I put the body in a barrel of salt. I need it taken to the burial grounds so she can be at peace. Oh, I can't take her myself. I'm in no condition to defend myself. I really don't want the guards knowing about this. Shh. You can have all the coins in this pouch if you take that barrel to the burial ground.
Fine, I've done worse things for less money.
Oh, wonderful! Wonderful! Barrel's just over there.
Are you the head of the Guild of Silk?
That depends on who is asking. Are you an assassin?
If I was, would I tell you?
Ha! I like you, stranger. My name is Arashad.
Call me Jasker.
Please, ask your questions.
I need to get a message to a noble house in Kyalisar.
Which house?
Malfagon, they were friends of mine.
Sadly, with Thol besieged, none of my merchants could possibly deliver a message. We're trapped like rats until the siege is broken. Please, ask your questions.
How's business?
Alas, 'tis a bad time to be a Tholian merchant. The city is surrounded by a horde of nomads, intent on sacking it. Terrible things lurk in the shadows of the catacombs. On the other hand, Guild of Silk profits are up this quarter. Nothing like a siege to drive up the price of food, huh? You have questions?
How long can you bear the siege?
Hard to say, really. Possibly a year? If a sandstorm forces the nomads to retreat, even longer. Not to mention that the Intendant is an excellent gate weaver. He may have means to help us beyond even this. It's an inconvenience, but there are bigger dangers within the walls than without. You have questions?
What do you know of Duke Darmok?
Less than I'd want, more than I'd like. He overthrew my father as Intendant. I had no love for my father, but he was bloodkin, you know? I do not trust the Duke, and not just because he's in the Order of the Veil. Everyone knows the Order is just the thin veneer of respectability the Inquisition uses to cloak its institutional corruption. Thol would be better off without him.
I know both the man and his liege. You're wise to distrust him.
Please, ask your questions.
What's this? Corpses. An Ishkai. And a human. Stand still. Fine. I'll handle this.
My soul is mine. Thou shalt never overcome me. Art thou afraid to face me? What in hell?
Weapons, armor, supplies.
Know anything about the corpses in the hostel?
This is the first I've heard of this. The other merchants had more to do with the hostel than I did, though. Weapons, armor, supplies?
You know about a Sura mercenary in Thule?
Don't know anything useful about that, I'm afraid. But I'll bet someone in town does. You came back? Wonderful! Come back soon! Back so soon? Good, good.
I want to know about the corpses in the old hostel.
I can only tell you about the hostel itself, I'm afraid. Mercenaries from out of town would stay there when working for the Guild of Steel. I think Rabath had a deal with the owner at one point. He might know more. Back so soon?
You know about a Sura mercenary in Thule?
I wasn't even in town when it happened. You'll have to ask elsewhere. Welcome, welcome. Stay safe, traveller.
My weapons are the finest around.
I want to know about the corpses in the old hostel.
I don't know anything about that. Ask Rabat. He dealt with the owner. Best weapons in the outlands are...
You know about a Sura mercenary in Thule?
No, I don't know anything about that.
You seem a little too certain.
I said I don't know anything. Now, if you aren't buying anything, be on your way. No, and come back when you need more armaments.
Always good to see you, friend.
I want to know about the corpses in the old hostel.
No idea what happened at the hostel. I used to deliver food there, back before the siege. But I haven't been inside since that Sura warrior went there. I don't think anyone has. Always good to see you, friend.
You know about a Sura mercenary in Thule?
He came through the gates, went to the hostel, and left. That's all I know, really. Oh, I was just glad to see him leave town, to be honest. Always good to see you, friend. Be safe. Surely, my friend, you tire of trawling the city streets in search of someone to buy your unwanted goods. Look no further. I will buy quality goods from you at prices that are more than fair.
I want to know about the corpses in the old hostel.
There are dead bodies in that place. Honestly, you'd think someone from the guild would have noticed. I suppose the building has been abandoned for a while now. Haven't seen anyone go inside since the siege started. Ah, what do you have for me?
You know about a Sura mercenary in Thule?
I remember seeing the Sura mercenary talking to Fayruz before he left. And Fayruz looked mighty pleased about it too. Please, if you speak to Fayruz, don't mention I said anything. I want nothing to do with the Sura, now or ever. Ah, what do you have for me?
Did Fayruz deal with the Sura?
Other than seeing him talk to that one Sura mercenary that one time, I've no idea. Bring your unwanted goods to me. Think of me when you have goods you do not need.
Best weapons in the outlands are right. May all your endeavors be fruitful.
These are dangerous times for one without sufficient protection. Come, sample my fine wares. I have the best prices on armor, I assure you.
You know about a Sura mercenary in Thule?
Can't tell you anything about the Sura, I'm afraid. I never get too close to them. When you've been a merchant for as long as I have, you learn when to keep your distance from their kind. Back again, I see.
Did Fayruz deal with the Sura?
I don't really know what Fayruz gets up to, but he sure had a lot of silver on him that day the Sura was in town. You don't think... No, forget I asked. I don't want to know. Helms, mail, braces. May you prevail in all your battles, my friend.
Always good to see you, friend.
Did Fairuz deal with the Surah?
No doubt about it. That Surah definitely gave something to Fairuz before leaving town. But if he asks, you didn't hear that from me. Always good to see you, friend. Be safe.
Best weapons in the outland.
Your deal with the Surah. Tell me what it was and I'll spare your life.
Don't hurt me. I just arranged the messenger, I swear. Kench, the woman who ran the hostel, she asked me to get a message to the one-eyed Surah warrior. He paid me in silver for informing him. But I was only doing what Kench asked of me. You have my word. Best weapons in the outlands are right here on my stall.
Tell me what Kench wanted from the Surah.
She sold him out. The Ishkai who was living there betrayed him to save her own neck. You wouldn't know to look at her, but Kench brokered contracts for mercenaries all around the heretic kingdoms. Before she came to Thol, she hired the one-eyed Surah, but the job went sour. Her employer was slain, and the Surah was never paid. If there's one thing you don't do in the mercenary business, it's welsh on a debt to a Surah warrior. I guess she saw handing over the Ishkai as a way to wipe out her debts. Best weapons in the outlands. May all your endeavors be fruitful.
Urshak, come out from whence thee hides. Thou hast misplaced thy trust in thy friend, Kench. She betrayed thee. Yet another letter. So, she didst not betray thee, and thou hast guarded her fallen remains since thy deaths. How touching. Come, spirit. Thy vigil has ended. Join me. That soul is mine now.
This Ishkai is an impressive sniper.
Indeed, more impressive than thou, mortal.
If only you had no tongue, demon. Guess this is as good a place as any to dump a body.
this!
Pathetic! I shall handle this myself.
I'll handle this. Strikes its target.
Is it done?
It is, so pay me.
Yeah, take it.
I know you, Ishkai. You're Shakik the Shadow Thief.
Captain! No! Save yourself! Leave Shakik to die!
You served as a scout under Darius in the Accession Wars, didn't you? This is no way to treat a veteran. I swear I will find a way to get you out of the Shakik. And you may be able to aid me in return. You'd make an excellent messenger. What can you tell me about letters you brought from the Ishkai Confederacy, Shakik?
Shakik remembers messages. Messages bring Shakik to Thol. Brought them to the hostel. Human there read letters for Sniper Urshak. Wrote replies for Urshak's sister. Shakik take them to her. Shakik was supposed to collect one, and day Shakik was captured. That's all Shakik know.
Stay strong, Shakik. Help is coming.
You looking to make a few coins? I had, I got close to a lady of the night, and I seem to have misplaced my ceremonial silk knife. If I don't get one before inspection, my superior will kill me. I'll pay 100 for one if you can get it for me. You should shop around, though. Some stalls are cheaper than others.
Bring your unwanted goods to me.
Do you know someone called Kensh?
I know of her, sure, but I haven't seen her since the siege began. Bring your unwanted goods to me. I'll give you a fair price.
Back again, I see.
Do you know someone called Kensh?
Is that the woman who runs the hostel? I guess she fled Thol before the siege. Helms, mail, places. Come back any time.
Ah. It's good to get it all behind me, you know.
Do you have it? You bailed me out here. You have my thanks and my money.
Please, ask your questions.
There's an Ishkai chained up near the market. What do you know about that?
That thief? It tried to steal from one of our market stalls. It doesn't seem like it has the strength to survive its punishment. You have questions?
Could you free the imprisoned Ishkai?
I could.
What would you want in return?
Oh, any of a number of different things, actually. I've lost a few merchants to aphotic spider attacks at night. Nasty creatures. And recently hiding in every shadow, it seems. There's also a more, delicate matter. One involving, shall we say, a reappropriation of assets. You have questions?
You'll free the shadow thief Shakik if I slay these aphotic spiders.
Bring me 10 spider carcasses, and I'll consider the Ishkai pardoned. Search inside the burial grounds, southwest of the market. They seem to be infesting there in great numbers. How can I help?
Here are your slightly mangled spider carcasses. You release the Ishkai.
Of course, I am a man of my word. Especially when dealing with someone stronger than I am. Of course, the infestation will continue as long as the spiders can reach Thole. I wonder if they could be prevented from reaching the burial ground somehow. How can I help?
I can stop the spiders reaching the burial grounds. For 200.
No, they'd eventually find another way in anyway. 50.
Little time is worth a little money. 150.
100, final offer.
Done. I would have taken 80.
I would have paid 120, but 100 is fair. I've heard there's a statue near where the spiders are appearing. That would seem to be a sensible place to start. How can I help?
What's the job?
When he defeated my father and became intendant, Darmok also took something. A sword, a family heirloom, you might say. It was given to my father by my grandfather, and to him by his father before him. Darmok gave it to the mercenaries as a gift, to secure his alliance with them. But the sword is mine by right of birth, and I want it back. Take this key. It will open the cellar to the Guild of Steel. The sword will be down there somewhere, I'm certain. Far too valuable as a bargaining chip for anyone to be wielding it. Find the sword and bring it back to me. I will pay you 200 in return. You will know it by the engraved pattern of 2 entwined serpents on the hilt and blade. Please, ask your questions.
Do you know someone called Kensh?
She used to run the hostel, didn't she? Honestly, outside the Guild of Silk, my knowledge of the people of Thole gets a little sketchy. Please, ask your questions.
You know about a Sura mercenary in Thole?
This is really none of my business. Please, leave me out of this. You have questions?
I'm worried what the nomads might do to my family. Eldershot, try outside the main doors into the guild.
They freed you already? Good.
Shakik is in your debt, Captain Jasker. Shakik has little to give, but you must take this.
A key for the Arcanum. You know the hooded man.
He gave Shakik this after freeing Shakik. He wanted you to have it.
Nothing like feeling you've been set up. Are you fit enough to gate weave?
To leave Thole, Shakik will find the strength, but it may take longer to return.
I need you to take a message to House Malfagon in Kyalisar. You know the place. Tell them Jasker has returned and stands ready to assist in their hour of need. Can you remember that? Listen to their message and then find me, however it is you do that.
Shakik can weave a gate from you to Kyalisar. Return to you wherever you are.
Good. I knew I could rely upon one of Darius's Ishkai to aid me. May you fare well, Shakik.
The honor is Shakik's. Ganiki Erskish Undgan.
bloody locked doors. There goes the escape route. Upstairs, then. Nothing personal, mercenaries! Fine, I'll handle this. Come on, then. Let's get this over with.
Thou art already dead.
That ought to keep the spiders out for a while.
Follow this path and continue on up the stairs, and you'll find Adashad.
You have questions?
I've blocked the spiders. Pay me the 120.
We agreed 100.
Very well. Pay me the 100.
My pleasure. This will hopefully buy some time, but it won't end the problem.
If I kill the queen, the infestation will stop. Had to do this every year in Kayalisar at the Winter Moon Festival.
How can I help?
Your father's sword, as requested.
Can it be? You have no idea what this means to me. Please, you must accept this purse of coins with my thanks.
Keep your money. This sword is rightfully yours.
I am deeply honored by what you have done for me this day. It shall not be forgotten. You have questions?
300 for hunting the Aphotic Queen.
100 is fairer.
500 is fairer. I'll do it for 3.
300 it is.
Be patient. It may take a while to find her.
You have questions?
Guess knocking down the statue wasn't such a good idea. Looks like the tremor opened up a new path.
Stay back, demon!
Or what, spirit? Thou shalt howl at me?
I can defend myself!
Clearly, beggar. Nothing can harm thou. But fear not. Thy soul is too measly to make a meal for any demon.
Thanks, I guess.
How come thou to this place?
I was pursuing a wretch who stole my amulet. I
I didn't see what killed me. A spider, perhaps? I cannot rest while that swaggering pissmire holds the owl amulet.
I'll handle this.
My amulet! I cannot thank you enough for recovering it.
Indeed, thou gave me precious little reason to assist thee. He who took it is dead.
I shall weep no tears for that blackguard. My soul shall finally be at rest.
It seems I was wrong, beggar. Thou hast left me a small snack after all. Thy soul is mine.
Follow this path and continue on up the stairs, and you'll find...
You have questions?
The hunt is over. The Queen has been culled.
I knew you could do it, Jasker. Here, 300.
Keep your money. The hunt is its own reward.
You're a strange one, Jasker, but I like your style. You have questions?
We did as you asked. Now what?
I expected you sooner.
Thou art fortunate we came at all.
We? Already your captive soul changes you. It will be interesting to see how this develops.
Cut out your irritating asides, or I shall cut you to the gizzard.
Your understanding of human anatomy is flawed, but I take your point. My name is Krenz. Until recently, I was the High Sage of the Pentanera, the secret council behind the Inquisition, the most powerful institution in the heretic kingdoms.
But you chose to betray us.
Unfortunate timing. I can remedy this, but you must defend me for a moment.
Ilbara Akaana! Ilbara Akaana! Ashmas Inca Silvara Sera! Ashmas Inca Silvara Sera! Ashmas Inca Silvara Sera! Ashmas Inca Silvara Sera!
You dare!
Ashniina Inca Ilbara Sera! Ashniina Inca Ilbara Sera! Ashmas Inca Silvara Sera! Ashniina Inca Ilbara Sera! Arabaras Ephra Ashia Cantas.
You have my gratitude, but time is short. It will not be bound for long.
I will implant a memory suggesting I fled towards the burning wall. You will forget this meeting as soon as I release it, I'm afraid.
There's no way to liberate me?
Its death would free you, but I am reluctant to lose my only ally.
I can't say I'm keen on that plan either.
I'll transfer disenchantment to your mind. You may get an opportunity to sever the connection from the inside. Although without a new host, your soul will perish.
I'll pick my moment carefully.
You must leave now. I cannot hold it much longer.
Valkyrin and Evandra suspect. They will return to Thol shortly.
Then I must be going. Farewell, Carissa. I hope we shall meet again. Now, where were we?
That woman, she was a demon like myself?
Carissa's soul has indeed been stolen by a devourer. Yet you are not like that demon. It may have but one soul in its possession. I do not know what will happen to you as you acquire more souls. But if we are fortunate, it will only serve to grow your power further. What else do you want to know?
Who is this Carissa?
High Preceptor of the Pentanera. Her task was to recruit mages into the Order of the Veil.
Was?
If there are any mages left who have not been recruited to the Order, they have been slain. Only Temuria and Asura clans have not been brought under its wing. Every living human mage in the heretic kingdoms is a member of the Order, or are fleeing from it, like me. What else do you want to know?
Who are this Valkyrin and Evandra the woman spoke of?
2 other members of the Pentanera. Baron Evandra is High Executioner, and devoted to his duty. Evandra's dedication makes him particularly dangerous to us, since he will certainly not be turned to our side.
A dangerous man. I thought him dead.
He was, but demons now claim the souls of all the Pentanera, but myself. He and Lord Valkyrin used to be enemies, but circumstances have changed now that Valkyrin's mother has returned. Valkyrin himself is High Inquisitor, tasked with eradicating all religious practice. The Inquisition is far from its ideals these days, however, and from his too, for that matter.
I stood by the Inquisition because we needed to defeat the Theocrat. Only too late did I realize what I'd let happen.
Hardly your fault, Jaska. Do you think I assassinated the Theocrat with this outcome in mind? Do you have more questions?
Who is Valkyrin's mother? Why is she important?
Lady Mara, the founder of the Order of the Veil. She created the Pentanera and the Inquisition, and was High Magus until her death. The demon that controls Mara's soul now controls the Inquisition. If we can't find a way to defeat her, we are all doomed. Do you have more questions?
Thou art pursued. How wilt thou escape from foe?
Not a problem for me. Far tougher for you, I'm afraid. Take this. It will open a path into the deeper catacombs. There is a path out of Thole that way, although it will not be easy. I will meet you outside the city if all goes well.
And if it does not?
Try to remain optimistic. What else do you want to know?
Thou art exceptionally irritating, mortal.
You're not exactly a paragon of manners yourself. Fortunately, we do not need to like each other to be allies.
Else thee would have no allies.
Indeed. What else do you want to know?
I shall depart for the catacombs now.
I will be watching the Skull Gate for you.
If this is a trap...
Believe me, if I intended you harm, I would scarcely have waited this long to act. Don't worry about me, worry about Valkyrin and Evandra. Now go, while you still can.
You seem lost. Maybe you should go talk to Arshad at the Guild of Silk.
Captain Jasker, sir.
What news?
Shakik brings word from Prolocator Tiberius.
Let me see that.
My Lord Jasker, I must report a most terrible and nefarious crime against House Malfagan. The heir to the Lord Protectorship of Corwinth, Kiri Malfagan, is missing. I suspect she's being held hostage, although I have received no demands. I continue to act as Regent Protector in her stead, but I do not know how long I can keep this secret. The seal of the Lord Protector is still warm, so the line of House Malfegan has not ended yet. But Kiri is the last of the Malfegans. I fear for her life. You must return to Corwenthe immediately to search for her. You must aid us, Jaska. Morgan trusted you more than anyone alive. Save his niece and save House Malfegan from extinction. Your obedient servant, Prolocutor Tiberius.
Morgan never trusted you, Tiberius, and neither do I. But under the circumstances, I have no choice but to search for Kiri. Your services ended, Shakik. Return to the Confederacy, or wherever you wish.
An honor to serve you, Captain Jasker. Kaniki Erskis Mtkan.
Come on, then. Let's get this over with. I don't have time for this.
The essence of these undead is enchanted. Some way I don't know. Guards were the gate. And now it can't be opened.
Sometimes I wish I'd learned more about lockpicking.
Thou shalt face me now.
Fine, I'll handle this. I'm in trouble. Well, we should be able to sell it anyway.
The end is nigh. It's always a bloody fight, isn't it? More blood. More soul.
That really doesn't make me feel any better. Please. Why aren't you healing me, demon? Well, at least it'll be worth a few coins.
Hold! You shall not leave by this pass. I will slay you first.
Very well. If a duel is what you want, you shall have it.
Soul is mine now.
The silent ally, at last. Do you not enjoy our little chats?
Was that not rhetorical?
We'll see if Krenz is a man of his word.
The blasted plains of the Outlands, perhaps the most desolate place in the heretic kingdoms. According to legend, this was once a great lake, but when the Great Rift was torn open, the water drained away, leaving only parched mud and sand. The desert stretches out as far as the eye can see, broken only by stone crags worn by centuries of sandstorms. The Outlands have long been infested with undead, since all who die amidst the dust soon reanimate, unless their body is disposed of carefully. This attracts large numbers of slavers to the region, particularly those strange crocodilians known as Sebekan, from the mysterious lands beyond the burning wall. From the Tholian Plateau to the oasis at the foot of the jagged peaks, the Outlands are rife with perils that beset the unwary. I could only hope that my allies would prove capable of meeting me on the far side. Good. You made it this far. We do not have long. The nomads cannot have missed that cacophony. Try to escape the camp through the south gate into the Outlands if you can. If you are captured, you must not reveal our association. It will mean death for us both.
I would not trust you if our roles were reversed.
You were always a good judge of character, Jaska. Tsar may let you go if you reveal how you escaped the city, but it would be disaster for Thal if you did. I leave it to you how to resolve that particular predicament. They are coming.
Got lucky! It's bad brigandage to attack on sight, boys. You should start by demanding my valuables. Amateurs.
A wasted effort.
How could I be so careless? A trap and a choke point. This is my own tactic.
Aye. I learned it from you, Jaska.
Tsar? Can it really be you?
They said you died from your wounds.
Well, you can't trust rumors, can you?
Come. I would speak with you. But I must warn you. No one is above the law in this camp. There must be a trial, I'm afraid. Guards, take this man to the arena, but do not harm him or I will have your heads.
This is the intruder?
Aye, my old friend and enemy, Jaska the Wild Boar. But he must be tried for his crimes. No one is above the law.
Indeed, my lord.
Your trial begins now. I am the law speaker. But I must know how you came to be here, Jaska. We are both a long way from home.
I'm looking for a young noblewoman, about 16 years old.
Seeking a young she-bitch for your bedchamber, eh?
No, nothing like that. She's the niece of a friend of mine. Her name is Kiri Malfigan, and she's missing, possibly kidnapped.
Kidnapped? You've come to the right place. Thole is a nest of treacherous vipers.
She's not in Thole. Who else might have kidnapped a Kayalisarian noble?
Sebekan slavers, perhaps. They sweep across the outlands frequently, taking living and undead as slaves. What shall we discuss?
Where can I find these Sebekans?
They have a stockade in the Jagged Peaks, southeast of here, not far from the border camp into Teymuria. My people tolerate them, since they capture intruders who would otherwise come through Broken Spear Pass. If your noblewoman was anywhere near the Outlands, she could easily have become their captive. But every third moon, the slavers take their captives across the burning wall. If she has gone there, old man, you cannot follow. What shall we discuss?
Why lay siege to Thole? What have they done to deserve this?
Thole's an affront to decency. They are outlaws, brigands, thieves. They have no respect for the law. In exile, the Outlands are my adopted home, and the law of Tsar cannot stand those who are without respect for the law.
Speaking of the law, might I remind you about the trial, my lord?
Stop trying to rush me! Can't you see we're talking? Ah, I have missed our conversations.
The law of Tsar? What's that?
You inspired me, Jaska, while I was your prisoner. Teymuria has always been torn apart by blood feuds and infighting. It's why you furless fiends from Corwinth managed to best us so often. You had the law, and we did not. Since my exile, I have taken what I learned in captivity and returned it to the world. I have brought justice where there was none. That is the law of Tsar.
And what an utterly original conception of justice it is, my lord.
Quiet, Sage. Can't you see we are talking?
The trial, my lord?
All in good time, Sage. Know your place. I wish you would tell me how you got here.
How did you come to be exiled?
I chose exile after the Accession Wars. What the Conclave did to Teymuria was unforgivable. I could no longer bear arms for a nation that would dishonor itself so greatly. Better an exile with honor than a traitor to my land. What is it that you're hiding from me?
Release me, Tsar. I must head to Broken Spear Pass and investigate.
Not so hasty, Jaska. You're still on trial, remember? You killed my men. You must make what's that word?
Reparations, my lord.
Aye, you must make reparations. You came to my camp from inside Thole somehow. Tell me how. I might be lenient.
If I tell you how I got here, you'll release me without question.
On my honor.
I came from the catacombs beneath Thole. But there's no way back now. The gate collapsed after I left. You can see the rubble from where I arrived, in the northeast of your camp.
There are tunnels beneath Thole. I knew it. I told you there were tunnels, didn't I, Sage?
Indeed, my lord. I am constantly surprised by your intellect.
At last we can sack Thole. All we need to do is clear the rockfall. The siege could be over before the next full moon rises. As the law speaker, I declare that your... What's that word, Sage?
Reparations, my lord.
I declare that your reparations are complete.
I must leave immediately. I have urgent business in the Outlands.
Of course. My guards will escort you out. I'm glad we got this chance to speak again, Jaska. I'm almost sad that we will not meet in battle one last time.
Listen carefully. We have little time. Head southeast through the Outlands, towards the oasis at the foot of Broken Spear Pass in the Jagged Peaks. I will meet you there shortly. Now go.
I never liked this desert, although it's a great place to collect undead slaves.
Thou shalt not ply thy trade this day, mortal.
Best if I do the talking here. You have goods for sale?
Indeed I do, good sir.
Don't call me that. My name's Jasker.
My humble emporium is at your disposal, Jasker. How can I help?
Not the best place for a shop, I'll wager.
I'm not exactly here by choice. I've worked damn hard to climb the ranks in the Guild of Silk over the years. Fought my way up to Caravan Master. I'm this close to Arashad making me Caravan Grandmaster. This close. Then it all fell apart. Lost my caravan, reduced to selling trinkets at the most dangerous retail outlet in all the Heretic Kingdoms. Forgive me. I didn't mean to burden you with my woes. What can I do for you?
What happened to your caravan?
Nomads. The same ones besieging Thor, I think. Our mercenaries did their best to defend us, but this was no ordinary ambush. They were organized, almost disciplined. I lost everything in that attack. I can't go back to Thor with nothing. I'd be ruined. If I could recover the cargo, maybe, the important items at least, maybe. Well, dreaming is free, I guess. How can I help?
How much for helping you recover your lost cargo?
I no longer have much in the way of coin, but I have what you see on my stall. If you will help recover my cargo, you can have whatever you like. I've thought about this a great deal. There are 4 things I would need to return to the guild with my pride intact. Firstly, perhaps most importantly, a sword known as the Reaper that was in my charge. Secondly, a griffin egg, very rare and not that easy to acquire. Thirdly, some bolts of silk. I have a stash of these, but I can't get to it safely. Lastly, a supply manifest from the Temurian border camp. A real coup that, getting an order from the wolf folk. But the Temurian who helped me arrange the deal is dead, and there's no way they'll let you cross the border. Well, that's what I'd need. If you can get me any of these things, I would be truly grateful. How can I help?
So, griffin eggs.
There are several eyries in the jagged peaks, but I fear few outside of Temuria know how to get to them. If you search Broken Spear Pass thoroughly, you may yet find a route to one. But beware that the mother does not catch you raiding her nest. You have many questions, I'm sure.
Where's the silk?
The bolts are marked with the seal of the Silken Sail Alliance, the finest money can buy. The cart carrying it managed to escape, and my man Balthazar was able to stash it in a cave. I can mark the location of the cave on your map, but there's a problem. When I found Balthazar, he was dying from the venom of the sand scorpion. I'm afraid his chosen hiding place may have been ill-advised. You have many questions, I'm sure.
Don't the Sebekans attack you here?
Well, therein hangs a strange tale. It seems the Sebekans only attack travelers in the open dust of the outlands, or perhaps they won't attack them by water. When they come down from the jagged peaks, they've ignored my stall completely. At first, I hid away. Who wouldn't? But in the end, it became clear that I didn't need to worry. In fact, I've seen some merchants from Kyalisar come here to strike deals with the Sebekans. Can you believe it? Trading with Sebekans as if they were as civilized as anyone else in this forsaken desert. I don't understand it, but that's the truth of the matter. You have many questions, I'm sure.
What do you know about the slaver stockade up in Jagged Peaks?
Very little, to be honest. I see the Sebekans return there through Broken Spear Pass every full moon, but I wouldn't be caught dead going there myself. That said, a band of merchants from Kyalisar went up there once with a covered wagon. They didn't want to talk about what they were carrying or why they were going there. but I overheard them fretting about going to the stockade with whatever it was. Maybe a silk deal? I heard trade with the Sebekans has been reopened somehow. How can I help?
Where is this Reaper sword you mentioned?
It is a dangerous weapon in anyone's hands. Do not treat this matter lightly. The man I charged with guarding it acted very strangely from the moment he touched it. His name is Famulus. No backbone, that one. He ran into the hills the moment the nomads attacked. If you search the rocky hills to the west of the Outlands, the sword may still be there. And if not, there may yet be clues as to where Famulus fled. What can I do for you?
How do you suggest I replace the supply manifest?
The captain at the border camp into Temuria is desperate for supplies. She's not being provisioned from her own kind for some reason. If you have a Temurian who can get into the camp, replacing the manifest is a trivial job. The problem is getting a Temurian ally. What can I do for you?
Must we have a fight when it's so bloody hot?
Death waits not for fair weather.
Task for a keen eye. Really? Must I do everything myself? It should be satisfying, but I've seen it all before.
Pathetic! I shall handle this myself.
Your own flesh, devourer. This meat is mine.
I have no interest in thy meat, Revenant, only in thy soul. Thou provest to be no challenge.
Still. Reckon these must be the silk bolts Celine mentioned.
Thou jests, Revenant. Thou art mere vagrants next to our might. Thou provest to be no challenge.
visitor! A visitor! We shall drink tonight, Master. Oh, yes, we shall drink tonight.
Pathetic! I shall handle this myself.
Master, Master, shall I do it now?
Stay thy hand, my servant. Things are not how they appear. Thou art a demon like me.
We are a demon, but thou art nothing like us.
How interesting. I am Sevil Melech, the Lord of Suffering, the Master of Pain. What shall I call us thou?
I care not.
Thou camest here for the sword, I shall let thee take it, in return for a small favor. Sacrifice my servant upon the altar nearby, and the sword is thine to take. Is this pact to thy liking?
Thou canst not command me. I shall slay thee, and the sword shall yet be mine.
Indeed, thou art welcome to try.
shall show thee true power.
Damn futile work.